Hello, my name is Luis Fernando Carrasquillo. I am a medical professional. I work in medical professional industry for a long time, and I have something to say. And maybe some people are in the same position that I am. I see stress, anxiety, illnesses, and burnout. And the huge part of it is because the financial pressure that we have in the 2000s are everywhere, or more now than ever. I am making this video because what's happening to the middle class in the United States, it's not fair. It doesn't feel right and cause a lot of pain and discourage. And most of all, cost more than people imagine. This is not about politics. This is not about the left and right. This is not about anything like that. This is about dignity and humanity and prospering as a human being. What happened is that my mortgage payment increased 100%. I was paying $2,200 every month. And now, because 2026 and the escrow comes in, they decided that I have to pay almost $4,500. If you can see my face, I'm not okay. I didn't have any new item. My income didn't change. Anything changed. It just comes out of the blue. The increase wasn't because any bank, it just tax property. And it's collected automatically. And they don't care. You need to pay it, period. That's the way it is. That's how I was being told by the mortgage and even the county when I called them. The government decision is not a market decision, it's the government decision. They change family, financial, like that. It's just like that. They don't care. They don't care how much you work. They don't care about the family. They don't care about anything. They just want to charge you, and that's it. And you got to take it. And that's why I'm doing this video, because it's hurting me, it's hurting my family. If I don't step up or I don't keep up, I'm going to lose my house. Like I said, this is not about politics. Nothing changed in my life. I didn't have any raise. I didn't buy a new thing. It just came just like that. I think it's unfair. I think that we need to talk about it, because I believe that I am not the only one in this boat. And it comes with the escrow. People don't know what is the escrow. I didn't know what is the escrow. The escrow is often being explained that is something helpful for every family to have anything or whatever. That's not correct. This growth comes from the Middle Ages, when the kings taxes their counties and their people, so he can have money. That's what scroll is. And the new scroll right now is not the same, but it's worse. This thing, it's really tricky to do, because when the county raise taxes, they don't give a rat ass what happened to families. They do not. Because they see you as a number. That's it. The bank doesn't argue. The bank doesn't delay because they want their money. They don't care. And the bank doesn't absorb any risk because they don't have the risk. They don't care. They're going to have their money anyway. This is not about free market, because it's not. And they always says it's about the market. The market value is like this. It's you sign a contract. That's the way it is. No, it doesn't. That's not the way it is. It's because these people are so greedy that they just don't care how they destroy financial and economical in the family. It's just the way it is. The bank controls the credit. The government controls the taxes and all the stuff. They don't. They control the risks. They just don't care. Investors control the yields expectation, risk expectation, and all that kind of stuff. But the corporations just buy blocks, homes. That's the policy. That's how it is. That's not market. That's power concentrated in institutions. And we need to talk about that, because it's not fair for me that I have to pay a raise of taxes because somebody else said so. That's not fair for me, not fair for anybody. Why the middle class? Well, the middle class is the laborer. This entity in this society that works for two people. They works for the rich and give to the poor. And we absorb every hit that the bureaucrats and the big rich politicians and all these rich people, they can do whatever they want, and then we get the hit, but the lower class still on. The middle class is the only group that pays everything, pays constantly, follow the rules, work his ass out day by day. Sometimes they don't have even a life. Sometimes they're married and they don't see each other. Just maybe a day. Not even in vacation time, because sometimes the wife is working and you are in vacation. When she's in vacation, you're working, and there is no time. This is not about that either, because the middle class can't handle and hire lawyers for them to expectate the income and all that. They cannot hide the income. They cannot pass the cost to anybody else, just for themselves. But the wealthy, they use every single loophole, every single Every single thing. Why? Because they got the money. They got the money to hire these lawyers that they can do wonders with the loopholes. We, the middle class, we don't have that. We will never be. Why? Because the bureaucrats don't want us to be like them. And that's the reality of the thing. And the poor, well, they do what they do, and no matter what they do, they're still receiving their fair share. But we have to be squeezed like a bug all the time. And we have to pay that every day. And the middle class is still shrinking. Why? Well, because the rich are the rich. And the middle class becomes the lower class because the rich still and keep up with that squeeze. They squeeze you up, dude, like you have no idea. When I see that in my laptop the other day that I have to pay almost $4,000, I almost have an heart attack. I don't know what to do. Seriously, I call everybody. I call the bank. I call the city. You know what they told me? That's the way it is. There's nothing we can do about it. And this is why I'm doing this, because we need to step up. I'm the first one going to step up. Maybe there is more, but I'm the one who is suffering, but I'm suffering like you have no idea. The lie that we need to run and turn this in the country is that our income is non-negotiable. Our property is non-negotiable. We pay taxes for it, everything. We pay taxes for income, property, sales, utility, fuel, alcohol, services. Fees plus fees, more fees. We need to share that, all of us. I wonder why people wants to think about other kind of government thing like socialism and communism. Because they feel the same way that I feel right now. I love the United States. I'm a patriot. I believe in democracy. It's not perfect, but we need to change certain stuff so we can survive as a society. Most of these people don't know the cost that they are destroying. It doesn't destroy your economy. It destroys marriages. Me and the wife right now, we are not in good terms because of this situation. People that have this situation, their children are unstable. The household is still unstable. It comes with mental health, physical health. And the community will fall apart because these bureaucrats don't care. Sometimes I see that in my patients. Sometimes they talk to me and they are really stressed when they come to me and they said, I can't handle it, I can't handle it, I can't handle it. Now I don't understand why they did it and why they say it. Because it didn't hit me until now. Why is feel intentional? When the rule keeps changing after people comply, it's still going on. That's not governance. That's a design for destruction of society, especially the middle class. When prices, sales, and everything spike up without any accountability, and then people have been blaming others or themselves. That's not responsibility. That's gaslighting. But bureaucrats, oh my God, that word. Decisions never carry consequences for them. The consequences goes to us, not to them. They got the chuching to cover that up. I can't cover that up. I wish I could, but I can't. This is not justice. This is unreal. Where's the humanity in this situation? Where? Because I don't see it. I was born as a man, a thinking man by my father. And I try everything. And I don't know what to do anymore. I just want to do this video so people understand that there is there must be a hope if we change certain stuff in our society. I'm not saying that taxes should not exist. I'm not saying that the government needs to stop to exist. No. I'm saying that they need to be accountable by reality. To stop making stuff up, to keep squeezing money where there is none. Every time that you squeeze a middle class, it becomes a low class. I'm saying that the rules must be stable. Risk should be shared. Families are not collateral. No. And homes cannot be an extension for these people to have a money cow. Look, if you experience this, share this video, talk about it with your kin, with anyone that you know about the government, any bureaucrat that wants to help. Because if you are an investor and you want to invest, really you want to invest in people, you don't invest to get that back. Because you can get it back completely, even more if you wait. If you let that circle comes. Why I say this? Well, I got a story for you. You guys remember Christopher Columbus, right? When Christopher Columbus went to Fernando and Isabel in Spain, they want to reroute their commercial route. Instead of go to the Mediterranean, to the Jordan River and all that, they want to go around Africa to go to India, right? Fernando and Isabel give them the money. They invested in him. Y la niña, la Pinta y la Santa Maria. Just to go to India. You know why they did? They invested. They know the risk. They know that, well, should have lost. The ships could explode. They can rob the ships and never come back. Or They have a new route. That's the risk. They took that risk. And guess what happened? We're here. Thanks to that man. Thanks to that Fernando and Isabel. That they took the risk without any hesitation to get that back. And they got it back. Well, you know the whole story, Lex, what happened. But still, they got that back. Have a good night.